Story RH, the podcast that makes a long story short.
Welcome to all.
History is made of stories.
In this episode, we'll be talking about what it really means to manage.
We often accuse managers of the greatest of evils. The role terrifies some people because they're afraid of being stuck between the hammer of unattainable targets and the anvil of reality.
Some critics suggest we don't need middle managers anymore. They say we should replace them with leaders. But they're forgetting that for years we've been turning middle managers into disciplinarians obsessed with a handful of targets. We've lost sight of the leadership aspect of management.
What if we've just lost sight of management basics? At the end of the day, what does it really mean to manage? What's the story?
The truth is, when it comes to management, it's easy to talk the talk, but it's really hard to walk the walk. It's about guiding a group of people towards an end goal, with success measured by an ability to meet targets.
That implies an understanding of why team members need to work together. The whole team has to focus their efforts on the collective endeavor, on the mission, on the goal.
But you can't just reduce that goal to a handful of indicators. You need to convey a sense of purpose. That's the first role of management. A mission, a vision, a direction, a meaning. Call it what you want. It comes down to leadership.
At the end of the day, providing purpose means explaining why we're putting in the effort, offering guidance, explaining how and why we contribute to the company's overall goal, seeing the bigger picture, making sure everyone understands their individual contribution.
Providing purpose means providing a clear picture of the end goal for the company, the team, and the individual.
And achieving that goal involves the second role of management, work organization.
Putting in place processes and breaking them down into individual tasks, clarifying roles and responsibilities for different jobs. A collective approach to work organization is what allows us to then focus on the individual aspect of the organization, delegating and setting individual targets.
The art of delegation is a cornerstone of management. It involves underlying concepts like fear, control, trust, and autonomy.
But people need to be in a position to perform the activity they're assigned. Which brings us to the third role of management, skills.
That means making sure everyone has the skill set needed to meet needs today and tomorrow, while also developing those capabilities as a group and individually.
But skills won't cut it if you don't have the material, financial, and human resources needed to get the job done.
Which is where the fourth role of management comes in, resources. They need to be allocated and optimized as part of that never-ending quest to streamline resources and turn effectiveness into efficiency.
So, success depends on four key factors: goal, organization, skills, and resources.
That's all fine, but being in a position to succeed is still not enough. You have to want to succeed. Managing is about creating the right conditions for success, but it's also about fueling the motivation that drives commitment.
Extrinsic motivation, which comes from the outside, relies on recognition and reward. That's the fifth role of management, fostering a feeling of satisfaction relative to return on investment, whether that involves financial compensation or some form of non-monetary reward.
The sixth and final role of management is the ability to develop and nurture intrinsic motivation, supporting the strategy, appreciating a job well done, enjoying a good work environment. Managers need to get everyone on board with the plan, ensure healthy surroundings, listen to people, and respect their values to make everyone want to contribute to the end goal.
In a way, it's about instilling the purpose, spirit, and values that bring people together, which is the essence of leadership and management, qualities that depend on a manager's ability to lead from the front.
But what about the indicators, milestones, and detailed reports?
They take a back seat. I'm not saying managers don't need something to guide their decision-making, which is where the indicators come in. And, of course, they have to be held accountable, just as everyone else. But those things are just tools, always a means, never an end.
To recap, managing means leading a group of people in pursuit of a given goal. And to achieve that goal, everyone needs to be effective and motivated in their job. When it comes to making people effective, managers need to focus on four key areas. 1. The mission and guidance on how to achieve that goal. 2. Work organization, which requires delegation. 3. Skills and skills development. 4. Resources and the way they are allocated. And to keep everyone motivated, managers should concentrate on two things: financial compensation or non-monetary reward, and a strong sense of team spirit. Is that right?
Exactly right. Way to make a long story short. Story RH, the podcast that makes a long story short.